everybody, this is Julie from the Old Tattered Flag. I wanted to address one of the questions that we get asked the most. When people buy a kit, it's a wonderful thing because we've done the hard work for you. You buy the pattern and it comes with all the wool that's been predetermined, prefigured for you. But somewhere along the way, rug hookers start to realize that they may want to use different colors in their pattern. Just, do a different color palette than we do. So they'll simply buy the pattern. And they ask us, how much wool do I need for a certain area? So with that said, I'm going to now hand the floor over to Mom so she can explain how she figures out what she needs when she's planning a pattern.
Hi. These are 2/4 yards of wool that we have, and they're actually a 1/4 yard cut from the material. As you can see, 2 different wools, 2 different sizes. So you have to have your wool with you to measure your size. Now when I figure wool, I take the piece of 1/4 and I fold it 6 times so that I know that this would cover this amount of space. But
Why do you fold it 6 ply?
Because I'm trying to make sure everybody has enough, and for me 6 times works. But as you can see, I know I'm going to cover something here, so then I take my 1/4 yard and I go to my other pieces, and this is a 32nd of that, this is a 16th of that, and this is an 1/8. So I'm going to fold this like that, which you can see is 1, 2, 3. That's 6 times. So if I was going to do this part of the Carolina lily, I would put this over it, and as you can see, there's a different part here. I know I have enough wool in this piece to do this, plus a little more. There'll be some leftover pieces, which I could then use over in here. If I was taking this piece here and folding it again, I can see but I know I'm a little bit skimpy there, so
that's the 32nd of a yard
that's
right there?
the 32nd, so I know that I might be a little short. I'd be much safer with going with a color that I knew I had plenty.
So just to go back, the way we start is, and excuse me, Mom, for talking over you, but a 1/4 yard from the Old Tattered Flag is an actual 1/4 yard. Our wool comes on usually like a 56 to 60 inch bolt, depending on each piece of fabric. We cut it a full yard, so 36 inches, so it'll be 36 times either 56 or by 56 or 60. We then wash the wool. All of our wool is washed and ready to use. And then we tear it into 1/4 yard pieces. So our 1/4 yard pieces start at approximately 14 to 15 inches by approximately 34, 35 inches.
Because of the shrinkage.
Because of the shrinkage during washing. So that said, when Mom wants to figure a rug, she figures that half of the 1/4 yard, here we go back with basic math, is this piece right here. Half of the 1/4 yard would be the 1/8 of a yard. Now again, this is a different wool, so different shrinkage. So then if she wanted a template piece, she would tear her 1/8 of a yard into a 16th of a yard.
Of a yard, which is this one, which again, different wool, different
wool, different shrinkage. But they're all, they're all relatively the same. So this method of measurement is going to work. Then she's going to tear her 16th in half to be a 32nd. These are good templates to have when you want to figure out how much wool you need for your rug. So you could take a piece of wool and tear it down that way, or you could make a template out of, I don't know, cardboard or muslin fabric or something like that. But that's how we do it. Do you have anything else to say?
Yes, I just want to say that when I'm usually trying to figure out a rug, and I've taken and I've folded it 6 times. So I would put this over here.
This is for background?
Yes, but I know that I'm going to use this one. There's a half, there's 3/4, more than a yard. But I'm also going to subtract what I've used here. And in saying that, always take a little bit more because some of us are tight hookers, some of us are high hookers. So just make sure you have enough wool, number one. If you're going to be short, you're only going to come to here. Another thing you can do is take your piece of wool and match it with something that's complementary to it and mix the two.
So really what you could do is you could do what you just did, lay the fabric, the 1/4 yard on the whole rug to figure out that you would need a yard of material
Yes.
for that rug.
Yes.
Then after you've figured your subject matter pieces, like the little corners, just subtract it from that 1 yard. Of course, each color will be different, but you'll know what you need for your background anyway.
If there's any questions, tell them to text you and I'll try to answer them.
You could text Mom.
No, my phone isn't charged.
It never is, or on. Anyway, that's how we do it. I hope that was you were able to understand that. We sometimes go all over the place, but that's how we do it here at the Old Tattered Flag. Thanks.